How's it going, everyone, and welcome to Apex Applications Wholesale Blueprint. In today's video, we're going to be covering everything you need to know regarding properly restocking on your inventory that is selling within our Amazon business. Now, previously, we broke down what we do when we're testing new SKUs and placing new POs. Now we're going to look at different data points to calculate the exact amount of stock we need to have within our Amazon business for us not to miss out on daily sales and capitalize on as much profit as possible. Now, the first thing we need to understand is our supply chain. So this includes the lead time from our suppliers from the moment that we place the PO until the inventory arrives at our warehouse or prep center. The days of prepping time that it takes for these facilities to label everything and prepare them to be shipped out to FBA, and of course the time that it takes for the inventory to arrive and be sellable within our Amazon account. Now, this looks very clean from a bird's eye view. Now we're going to break down some of the math that goes on beyond the restocking protocols. Now, this right here is an item that I used to resell, and we're going to just break this down. Let's pretend that we have currently 81 units in our Amazon business that are selling, and our sell-through rate or sale-through velocity is 12.5 units per day. So we're selling 12.5 units per day, and we have 81 units of this product in our Amazon account. Now, if we do this simple division, we understand how many days of inventory we have of this particular SKU. If we include the lead time from our supplier, 12 days, the amount of time that it takes for our facilities to do all the prepping, let's call it 3, and the shipping time from our warehouse or prep center to Amazon, we're going to add that to 4, we have a total of 19 days of lead time. Now, if we were to make $2.16 profit per unit sold, we actually understand how much money we're going to be missing out because we did not restock on time. This math is done like this. We have the lead time, so 19 days, minus days of inventory, and I rounded it up to 7 because warehouses are not robots, sales reps are not robots, you're not a robot. 6.48, we want to round it up to the highest whole number. That's going to give us 7. So we're going to have 12 days of this item not being in stock. If you multiply this by your sell-through rate, so 12.5, that means you have missed out on 150 sales. If you multiply that by your profit, we understand now that we have missed on $324 by not buying this product on time. We should have placed an order 12 days ago. Very simple, but this right here is how lots of sellers are missing out on tons of profits but not restocking on time. So how many units should you be having of this SKU in your business for you not to miss out on daily sales? So if you multiply your sell-through rate by 30 days, you see here that we have 375. So that is how much stock you need to have in your Amazon FBA account for you not to miss out on daily sales. But again, we're not factoring the lead time. So if we include another 19 days, so 30 plus 19, multiply that by your sell-through rate, we have 612.5, rounded up to 613. You need to have 613 units for you to capitalize on all the daily sales if your sell-through rate is not changing, meaning 12.5. Simple enough. Now, this right here actually is a product that I used to resell. This is an item that I had to understand this math and make sure that I did not miss out on my daily sales. And this is an actual picture from my prep center of this particular SKU that I was reselling. This was a changing point within my business because I understood now what most sellers did not. And that is the difference between people that are just making buy on Amazon and people that are actually taking this as a real business. Now, before we restock, there are 2 things that I want you guys to keep in mind. So we first need to always recheck your competitors. How much or do they have products in stock? Is the price changing? This is going to be a very important factor when choosing how many units we need to buy. Because yes, our sell-through rate may be 12.5, but maybe that number could be higher or lower depending if new sellers are joining in, if the price is dropping, are you able to compete on that price? Or some of the bigger sellers running low on stock. Meaning, can you buy more of that item because you know that you're going to have more buy box dominancy? So always rechecking on your competitions and listings before placing a buy and investing our money into a product. And of course, this is now your opportunity to ask your suppliers for discounted volume rates because we are restocking, meaning you already paid this vendor. You already have built some sort of report. This is where you will have a hard no, these are the final prices, or maybe an actual opportunity to learn more about your suppliers' flexibility when it comes to negotiations. So maybe they'll ask you, you need to buy several cases or pallets quantities. Now you understand the math. Okay, how many units come in a pallet? Can you make that investment? How much bigger is the discount? Is this worth me pursuing, or should I just wait a bit and maybe place it on the next time I place a reorder for this item? So very important value right here. Always asking your suppliers for different types of volume discounts when we are replenishing our inventory, because now they're taking you more seriously. You're buying this item over and over again, and they want to keep you as a client. Now, where this gets more complex is when we're analyzing this across all of our active SKUs. Now, this is a lot of math game because you may be dealing with several suppliers and every SKU is performing differently within your Amazon business. So you cannot always be calculating this on pen and paper on spreadsheets. This is why we have developed Apex applications. Today we're going to go over everything you need to know regarding the inventory management page that we have within our application to not miss out on those daily sales and understand how we read the recommended restock, so when we place orders, we're always buying smart. And also guys, keep this in mind, the majority of your business profits will come from properly restocking on your most profitable inventory. If you want to turn this business into a passive cash cow, cash flowing business model, you need to always be restocking and not missing out on those daily sales. So we're gonna learn the right balance on how many units we need to have to not miss out on daily sales and how not to buy excess inventory that's going to result in storage fees crawling into your profits. Now we're gonna have a look inside our Apex application suite and walk you through exactly how we go about restocking on our inventory. Now, the first thing we want to be doing is heading over to analytics. This is where we have your profit and loss table where you can see all your sales and earnings per item basis. But we also have this switch that goes from P&L down to inventory. Here is where we can handle and view all of our restocking material that we need to understand for us to not miss out on daily sales. So the first thing that you'll notice is how many units you have of certain products, the items that you need to restock, and even your estimated monthly storage bill. We even give you the exact stock value that is sitting over in FBA and also how much profit is sitting at Amazon. So you always have an understanding of how your cash flow is being distributed within your business. Now, the first thing we want to keep in mind is right here next to product, there's going to be a supplier tag. If your product does not have a supplier tag, it means you need to add this product in your database. So you can copy this ASIN, head over to database, go to draft, and you could do it manually or in bulk. Select your supplier, paste here your ASIN or Amazon link, fill in all this information, add the product, and migrate it from draft to active. Once you have done this, you'll be able to see a supplier tag, which is very important for this step. Now we have this one button right here that says restock settings. Here we can switch on and off to include the lead time from our vendors and even the days of prepping. So the way that the software understands and knows the lead time from your vendors is actually in your vendors page. Right here, when you add a new supplier, you can click on this pencil icon, and next to where it says lead time, you can select this box and fill in any information, whether you want to do 3 days, 12 days, this varies from supplier to supplier, and then save all. So now the software understands the lead time that it takes for a singular product coming from a certain supplier from actually going to your warehouse. It will then calculate how many days of prepping. You can adjust this right here. So you want to always be conservative. If your prep center says 2 days, maybe add 3. If they say every 48 hours, 72 hours, just include one more just so you're always on the safe side. Now the software understands the lead time from your supplier and your days of prepping. And here you have recommended restock. No matter how much cash you have sitting in the bank, I would always recommend doing 30 days default. Of course, if you want to be placing an order and you're a little bit more cash reserved, setting it up to 15 days is going to help you understand how many units you should be buying to have 15 days worth of stock. But I would always include to have that 30 days default, so you actually get to see how much potential sales you could be earning, because the software is reading your current Amazon data, meaning we know exactly where your sale through velocity is being held on a 7-day period. So because we know your sale through rate, the lead time from the vendors, how many units you have available, reserved, and inbound, when you see here recommended restock, this is the true number of products you need to be buying to actually always have 30 days worth of stock. You can see here we have days of inventory and days until your next reorder, so you will always know if you're missing out on daily profits or not based on these metrics. Now I'm going to click this just 2 times to have a filter from highest to lowest. So we can see that we have some products that are even exceeding 60 days. This is not a bad sign, it just means that we're probably not priced correctly to be getting the sales within the buy box. So now you have a pricing issue. And of course you can go to your Amazon account, adjust the price, so maybe you can increase those daily sales and have these numbers being translated to be more accurate. Now, the cool thing about this software is if you have a supplier tag, such as this one, you can also select on the item and have the ability to create a new PO right here from the system. You can then select your supplier, and you can see right here, we have a recommended restock of 65. So you can move 65, select, and create a restock PO. Now, if we head over to our purchase order, you can see that we created this purchase order just now for that one item that we need to restock. You can view it, and now you can add more SKUs in this PO to maybe make it fit your supplier's descriptions, or buy the exact amount of case packs to make sure that everything is up to par. So you can click add new ASIN and begin building. I already know from this PO that I'm going to spend $523, make back $123 in profit at a 23% ROI. So if your supplier had any requirements such as MOQ limits, you can add new SKUs and of course begin building your PO to make it nice and bigger, saving you the time so you are placing more orders and new SKUs within your business so you can be growing at a much faster rate. Everything is all in one screen, so it does not get messy. And this right here is the secret beyond how Amazon sellers are able to scale their organization much quicker. I hope you guys learned something new, and of course stay tuned to our next video where we go in the forecasting and negotiation side of things. Have a great one.